everybody. This is Sunshine. Well, you all recognise me, don't you? And anyway, I hope you recognise me, because you realise where I've been these past 20 or 30 years or so. I've been dormant. I mean, I've been struggling around the country to find work, and it's just absolutely pointless, because, I mean, who would accept a talking tugboat? Well, apart from some kids show, or, you know, maybe even a cafeteria, I honestly don't know who would accept a talking tugboat for work. But anyway, I am here with a brand new thing of my own, a bit of lucky break. Well, at least I hope it's a lucky break and it doesn't break anything that's valuable to me. Yeah, I've hit a lucky break, and I'm back with a new series called Sunshine's Rants. That's a bit of a mouthful if you're on like drink or anything. But yes, I'm back with a new series, Sunshine's Rants. Now you give me a topic and I'll go practically schizophrenic over it. Meaning I will rant about it till it's deader than a dormouse. Actually, that's. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that expression, but I don't really like using it. You know, dead as a dormouse. I mean, if a dormouse really is dead, then you can't really use the expression, can you? I mean, it's just stupid. Right. Anyway, on to the topic. Now I'm going to talk about fuel prices. Yes, fuel prices have gone up a lot. I mean, there's barely any coal left, and I'm starting to have to eat like remnants from ashes from fireplaces. I'm starting to have to eat burnt ashes from fireplaces to get coal, because coal has soared up by a ton. I mean, like back in the day, it used to cost something like, I don't know, £2.60 a kilogram, which was actually quite decent. Now, if you look at it, it's like £4.29 for half a kilo. I mean, like £4.29 for half a kilo. That's just that's just stupid. That is very, very stupid. But no, seriously, fuel prices have gone up, and I believe it was the, as said, fault of the previous government. Whether I believe that or not, I don't know. Perhaps it was the recent recession that we're just coming out of. Yeah, I think it was the recession. And like all the coal is just, well, anything really, petrol, diesel, gas, oil, coal, water bills, you know, cooking oil and things like that. Everything has gone up. You know, it's just stupid. It's now, I think now in most petrol stations it's like 80p a litre, or £1.80 a litre of petrol fuel. I mean, who'd want to put 24 times £1.80 in their car just so they can hoon up to work and back every day? You know, because I know this one guy, right, and he has to make like an 80-mile trip to Bristol and back every day in this battered old 1994 Renault Espace van, which runs on diesel. And I don't know how much diesel costs now, but he has to put like £1.80 of like 20, 30, maybe even 40 litres of fuel in there a day just to hoon up to Bristol and back every week. You know, it's just nuts. It's nuts. I was never very good at maths to begin with, which is why I was working in a port. And I hoped that I wouldn't have to pay too much for me coal, you know, because coal's getting a bit expensive nowadays when you have to buy it in sacks. You know, do you guys realise how hard it is touring up and down the country when you have to go and buy coal? No, I've had to go into banks to try and sort myself out. I mean, it's a bit hard now because sadly, banks don't accept tugboats as credit card customers, which is very, very silly because everybody has a credit card nowadays, and I'm trying to queue up for me money, and I can't get any because they don't see me as a customer. I mean, I'm just like, look, I want to take this money out my account so I can buy me some fuel. Alright, is that too much to ask? And they say, yeah, it's too much to ask. Why is it too much to ask? I mean, oh, dearie me. Anyway, I have been touring around the country a lot, and I've seen fuel prices everywhere from, like, Tipper, Scotland, from, like, down to Penzance, and that's a long way, just, like, going up the rivers and stuff. I mean, yes, I have emigrated from San Francisco. I emigrated from San Francisco a while ago. It's quite an interesting story, that, actually. When they finished shooting the last episode in the 80s, everybody left. You know, I thought England might be nice, so I just went and emigrated for England for a little while. Bloomin' hell, don't try crossing the Atlantic. You know, the Atlantic is just like a whirlpool of stuff. It's just nuts to cross. I can see why the Titanic didn't make it. It took me about 5 days, a week to cross the Atlantic, going at top-notch full speed and getting towed behind several liners and, like, stuff. And, now I'm coming to England for some work, and obviously I've hit this job, giving rants for you lot, and it's nuts. What was he written about? Yeah, fuel prices. The fuel prices really are just nuts, because you'd be wanting to spend your money on better things, wouldn't you? You've been wanting to spend your money on like food for your family, toys for your kids, your mortgage, your water bills, you know, things like that. You'll be wanting to spend your money on things that are useful. Okay, petrol is useful, diesel is useful, because it, like, helps to power your cars and stuff. But seriously, it's just like, it's just a little bit silly. Because you have to fork out money that could easily be used for someone else. And it's just nuts. I mean, I don't know. We've got this, like, renewable energy malarkey going around nowadays. And I'm just thinking, how can you run your car on wind energy or stuff like that? I can imagine this one guy trying to get his car started using wind energy. He's having to, like, use a crank like they did in the movie of Wallace and Gromit, you know, that when they start up the car with a crank. And how would that supply energy to a car, wind energy? I mean, use it for other stuff, man. I once knew this guy who runs his car on cooking oil. Yeah, I was touring again, and I stopped with this one guy in I think it was, actually I can't remember where it was, but I stopped with this guy, and we were talking about fuel prices, and he said, oh yeah, I run my car on cooking oil, and I'm like, how do you run a car on cooking oil? The car doesn't need cooking, frying on a batter and serving up at a barbecue. You know, I can just imagine that. We have barbecued car engine as our menu tonight. It's our dish of the day. Sorry, I can just imagine that. That'd be quite funny, actually. But seriously, I did know this guy who run his car on cooking oil. And it actually did work. I mean, I saw him start his car up and take off a couple of 100 miles up the road. And I was just like, renewable energy these days, eh? It's just nuts. It is just a bit funny. So, anyway, I've just been telling you this random story. What I think these fuel prices are nuts for the obvious reasons I just said. You can use the money for better things, like free time, your family, mortgage for your house, and things like that. So, I don't know why you want to be forking a load out on, forking out loads of money for, like, filling up your car so you can hoon up and down to work and back. You know, you'd be just as well taking a bus or something. You'd be just as well taking a bus, taking a bike. Obviously, you can't hoon up to Bristol on a pedal bike. Actually, I'd like to see someone try and hoon up to Bristol on a penny farthing. That'd be really, really funny to see this guy going up to Bristol. You're driving along the motorway in your car, and you see this guy on a bike, and you think, oh, that's a bit of a tall bike, and then you realise it's a penny farthing, and you're like, what? Sorry, that was just really funny. But yeah, there is an easy way to solve these rising petrol prices, and it doesn't come in the form of the current government now. No, that's just nuts. Public transport is always an ideal opportunity. You know, just take the bus or walk if it's not too far, car share, or bike, or train. We take the train. Well, trains are nice. You know, like me and Puffer, we were alright. We were best mates. We were before that scam with the toilet roll. That was the idea. That scam with the toilet roll just didn't really suit us. Oh, anyway, yes. Never mind about the toilet roll. That was nothing. But anyway, yeah, that's what I think about fuel prices. Just to sort that out, that is nuts. Very nuts. Don't have fuel prices. They're just silly. As a matter of fact, don't use cars. You know, it's very, very simple. Just don't use cars, because you're going to have to pay a load of nonsense to fill them up. So anyway, yeah, it's lovely to be back in work. I hope I get to have more rants from you guys to say about. I hope this was funny. I mean, like, this is just a pilot, and everybody loves sunshine. Everybody loves sunshine of Tug's fame. So please, 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 don't give any negative stuff on this, because I am trying. You know, I mean, I saw this topic and I was just like, okay, and I'm just making this up off the top of my head. I hope it gets funnier as I go along, with stuff like that. Yeah, but please be nice. So yeah, I hope I get to talk to you guys later, because this was actually kind of fun to do. I do like ranting about stuff for you lot. It's nice to get back in touch. So I guess I'll see you on the far side then. Toodaloo.